Hello, hello, hello. This is Gresham Harkless from CEO Blog Nation and Blue 16 Media. And this quick tutorial is going to show you exactly how to create a WordPress website or blog. What we're going to use is our website to kind of help you and show you exactly how you can create your own WordPress website. If you don't know, WordPress is the market leader in terms of building a website. Powers around 20 to 30% of the internet, so it's definitely the leader. And I'm going to break this down into basically three simple tips or three simple ways. The first, you're going to really pretty much get your what I call ingredients, or you're basically going to make sure that you have your domain name and you have your hosting to save your website on. And then the next thing, you want to implement your recipe. So I'm going to show you exactly how, once you have your domain name and your hosting, that you can actually install WordPress onto that domain and onto that hosting very quickly and easily. And then finally, it's just you're going to have your website and you're going to be able to kind of implement it. And we're going to use a simple plugin that we use just to kind of build your website. We're not going to go fully in depth with it, but we have lots of other resources and other videos that you can kind of check out that will do that. But without further ado, we're just going to get started. Okay, now the first thing you're going to do is get your domain name and make sure that you get your hosting. For the purpose of this, we're just going to use our website that we use, which is ceowebshop.com, and you can visit the same thing and do the exact same process. You can also use GoDaddy. You can use a lot of other hosting platforms in order to do that, and we'll provide some links, but just because we just wanted to kind of show you exactly step by step, I'll just show you exactly on this website. So the first thing that you're going to do is when you go to this site, you're going to basically go and you're going to create an account. So it's going to ask you to put in your information, and then basically you're going to create a support pin and you create an account. There's no cost to create an account. And just for the purpose of this, I've already created an account. So what I'm going to do is just log in. And if you've already logged in, you'll be able to just go and click here to sign in. So once you log in, this is what you'll essentially see. So for the purpose of this, we're potentially going to offer some services down the line, some virtual assistant services. So we're basically going to create a website that is called callyourva.com. So the first thing that I want to do is just get an idea of if that domain's available. So you can go through and you can search and say whatever domain you want to get. And it turns out that this domain is available. Pricing, of course, is going to be different. So I'm going to select this, and now it's in my cart. The other thing that you're going to want to get, specifically because we're doing a WordPress website, you're going to be able to just get the WordPress site/blog hosting. So you can take a look at the different options. Just because we're going to be doing one website for the purpose of this, we're just going to add this to the cart as well too. It gives you an idea of what you're looking at as far as pricing. Of course, you can go through and determine what it is that you want to do. But these are the different options that you have here in order to do the pricing, and we're just going to hit continue. And we want to make sure that we have that, so let's go back and just make sure that we have our domain in our cart. And we have it selected, and we just have to hit continue to the cart. And you can just select if you want to make it privacy. We went ahead and added hosting on here, but you can add different types of hosting if you want to do that. But we went for the specifically WordPress hosting because that's going to make it a lot easier in terms of creating your website. But you can choose another option. It's just like some other steps that you have to take in order to do that. But right here you see we have the domain. We have it for 2 years. We're going to switch this up and have it for 1 year. We have the hosting. We're just going to do it for 1 month, but again, you can do it for a lot longer because we're just creating this for the purpose of this. And then what you're going to do from here is you're simply going to go and add your payment, or you can do it through PayPal and make sure, and it's definitely going to be a secure payment, and you just basically log in to do your payment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back with you after this has been done, and you can always reach out to us if you need any help as far as this process, but make sure that both things are in your cart, and then you'll just go ahead and purchase them. Okay, and now if you've done everything, then you'll see that you've kind of completed your order already. So you'll be able to go and you'll be able to add your site. What we'll do is just double check, and we'll go to our products, and you'll be able to see that you have your domain, and also go through and we'll see that we also have your managed hosting as well too. So we're just going to basically set this up in a second, but that's one of the things that I wanted to kind of show you. So that's going to be step number 2. You're essentially just going to get your ingredients, or step number 1, just get your ingredients, which is going to be your domain and your hosting. So those are going to be the next big things that you need to do in order to implement and start to build your WordPress website. Okay, so now we're actually going to implement your quote-unquote recipe. We're going to install your WordPress website on your domain. So what you want to do is basically go to your Manage WordPress. Again, you went directly there after you signed up. What you want to do now is you want to go to Setup Website. It's going to take a little time, and figure out what website you want to add. You can of course migrate a site over, but we're just going to do, for the purpose of this, building a brand new website. So let's click Get Started. You're going to pick your domain. So you can either go through and pick your domain. We're going to go ahead and do that. Another big thing that you can do too is you don't know if you want your website to go live, you can just use a temporary domain. What that does is it lets you build your website, get everything finished before you actually move it over. But just for the purpose of this, again, because we're going to try to do it as quickly as possible, we're just going to go and click the domain that we purchased, and we pick what data center that we want it to be in. So we're going to choose North America. We're going to pick our username and password. So this can be anything that you want it to be. So we're going to pick a specific username and password. Actually, we're going to use a tool in order to generate a random username and password for ourselves. So I'm doing this on another screen, and I'm going to copy this over twice. We need a special character as well, so let's retry this. And let's see if we get this. Perfect and perfect. They both match. So what I'm going to do is, on another screen, I'm just going to save my username and password so that if ever I need to get into the website, you have the information there. And you have that. And one of the things you saw is it consists of only lowercase letters, so we're just going to make that shorter and make sure that, of course, that we save this over so that we have this for safekeeping, and make sure that everything else is okay, and simply going to click install. Takes a few moments, and I'm going to save this. Again, just taking a little bit longer for everything to finish. far as installing. Okay, and your WordPress successfully installed. So you go two things. You can do two things: go to get started or go to your dashboard. I'm just gonna go get started for the heck of this, just so that you can kind of see a little bit on some of the things that you need. So basically, this is a wizard that kind of helps you get started as quickly as possible. So the purpose of this, we definitely want to use this, but you can go directly to the dashboard and just start working if you already know how to implement everything. But we're just going to go and click the Start Wizard. So we have to figure out if we want to create a website, blog only, or online store. So that's going to be according to what you do. What it's going to do is build the website according to that. If you don't know what a blog is, it's essentially having posts within your website and specifically in order to kind of usually write consistently about a specific topic. But you can just build a website and a blog as well too. So just for the purpose of this, we're going to try to do both. You can select what industry we're going to be in. So we're going to look for business. And if you have something very specific, you can put that in as well. So they don't have the very specific category I was looking for. So we're going to do that. And we're going to see virtual assistant services. Make sure that's spelled correctly. And your number one choice for virtual assistant services. And make sure that that's correct, and we're just going to hit continue. And we have to figure out what our contact information is going to be. What we're going to do is we're going to put the contact information from our website on here. So I'm just going to look over and get that contact information from there, from Blue 16 Media. And I'm going to copy that over. And fax number, skip that. And street address, we're going to copy that over as well. Type this in. And of course, you know, if you don't want to put make your information public, you won't put it in there. You can even go through and add social media sites. So say I want to add our Facebook page, I can click that, a different screen, and literally just, you know, copy and paste that in here. If I want to add, you know, our Instagram, you know, kind of doing the same thing. So the reason that, you know, you want to do this is that's not necessarily required, but when you're doing this kind of quick start setup, what it's going to do is automatically set up a lot of these things for you, so that you don't have to worry about doing it yourself. So I'm just going to copy this over, make sure our Google Plus is set up as well, so we'll copy that over. Pinterest, and last but not least, we're going to add our Twitter account. So again, you might not have all of these, but the important part is that you're able to add all of this in there if you want. Let's make sure that are sweet, and click continue. And this is the interesting part. So you're going to be able to choose a theme. WordPress has a lot of different themes that you can choose. I won't go entirely in depth with this, but you can choose one of the themes here. I'm going to actually add on another theme for the purpose of this, just to get you kind of up and going as quick as possible. But keep in mind that your theme is essentially just essentially like an outfit for your website. It's going to determine what you can and cannot do. the limitations of it. So just for the purpose of this, we're going to select a specific theme. I'm going to pick the activation, and you're going to be able to go through and make any changes to it. And these changes are going to depend on the different themes. So I'm just going to go with this, and we'll hit next and preview different website designs, and then we're just going to select that. So this looks good. Takes a little bit of time for them to install your theme on the website. Okay, and now our theme is installed on our website. As you see, we already have some information already there, and it's going to kick us directly to the customization page where you're going to be able to go through and change any of your content and information. This is a tutorial that pops up. You're going to have a lot of different tutorials that pop up. This is going to be different, depending on the theme that you implement. So because we implemented this theme, we can show you exactly how to customize this. But we're going to dismiss all of this. But that's basically it. That's how you install a WordPress website, website, and get it up and going for your specific domain. And that's basically it. That's how you create a WordPress website. You can go through and make a lot of more customized changes, and you'll see in a lot of our other videos we talk a lot more in depth about different aspects of WordPress, but that's simply exactly how you start from basically the very beginning to the very end of installing and implementing your WordPress website. Now, we have tons of videos, so you can always go and check out our website, wpforceos.com, to read more and hear more exactly how to implement those specific updates to your WordPress website. But that's basically it.